Remember to subscribe. Kaizer Chiefs 1, Richards Bay 0. Debza, what were your thoughts on today's game?
Good results in Pilo. A good display. I think we managed the game well.
Yeah.
Peterson, I think one save.
One save.
It was just a dummy ball also. Yeah, I think so far so good.
So far so good.
But the midfield again, I don't think the way we started, we were too far from Umdu. Our three guys, I think they were playing closer to each other and we were far from Umdu. Second half, Ngobo came in, at least we could now press Richards Bay a little bit back to their D-line. Yeah, so I think we didn't start right midfield. The pairing was not right. Ndlovu was lost a little bit.
He did look lost, ne?
Yeah, he looked lost because I don't know, he was afraid to jump the line or he didn't understand his responsibilities.
They played him as a 10 as well because there were two behind him and then he was a 10. So
Exactly, he looked lost, but at least I think we controlled. This season, teams are playing a low block, and Mpilo, it's very difficult to break a low block if you don't have the patience on the ball. And us as fans, I don't think we are patient enough when the team is starting to build. We want to rush them forward. Sometimes we must understand we must play the ball so that we can get the guys out of position. And also what is lacking more this season, I think we need to work on our movements of the ball.
yes.
Yeah, I think we need players who can take players away. I don't think we are good. We are good in position, but our guys cannot give us that dead man running. I think it's a problem because we need to understand if the teams are playing low block, we need to give the ball carrier an option with those movements, take players out of positions and all of that. Because if you check how we scored, I think it's because of the movement. You understand? The ball came, we closed it, we came in, then the third man running, make that dummy move, then it went to Sereno. That's what you need when the team is playing there. So far we are getting there. The team is playing right. I think we just need to work now on the movement of the ball. How do we break the low block, patience on the ball, and I think if we can be more patient, let's not be afraid to play it on our center half. Just invite them out and have those movements. Then we can be good. But I think so far, the season has started well. No much complaints. If you saw how the goal came, where we found Lelepo, like I complained last time, playing him on the right. Yeah, even though it can be the strategy maybe to stretch the defense of the defending team, but it's not about that. What about when we attack? Because if you saw where we found him now, and the interchange somewhere, I think it was 80 or 70 minutes with Pulem Modi, when he was on the left. I think he will give us more if he's more central than being on the side. But so far our team, 3 points are important. We don't have to win it nicely. It's still early. Our new signings haven't been introduced. So why are we crying? This is the team that was struggling last season that is playing now. And they won 3 games and the clean sheet. That's a confidence booster. We will get there. Our new signings will come and give us something. But so far, no, I'm happy with today's games. We played very well.
And I think on Lilebo today he was getting into the half space because Monyane, the width element was still there, it just wasn't given by him. Do you think that going forward maybe, even if he's not played on the left, they will play him but he's the one who's going to invert and Umunyane will do less of running into the half space?
Yeah, I think if they can do that, let him come in a bit, even though we know he can't take shots because when he comes in, he's coming to his weaker foot. But at the end of the day, it's giving that Munyane that license to go up and give us those crosses. And the interchange, I think the Lepo is very good nowadays with those the quick interchanges. I think we were doing very, very well. And Mpilo Mfundo, oh, what a substitute. Today. he kept the position. I think the competition is going to be very good. Everyone looks hungry. So if we continue like this, then yeah, we will talk something going forward.
Let me ask you. So the experiment of playing Ukacheni and Cele did not work because for me personally, I see Ukacheni as competition for Cele or Mteto, but more so Ucele because by Telang Amanzi, both of them. So do you not then think, since Usirino does well anyway coming in second half, do you not think Ulilepo could be played on the left, let him do start as a 10, so that on the right you can have Abovelepai, even Abomoti because they are good with pace and they are good with dribbling to play that side and compete that side?
No, I think that also could work. You understand? And also we must pick the matches. There are teams where I think those three will do well. Whereby the teams are dominant in the middle of the park and we are trying to stop that. I think that three will do well. But for the teams that are going to sit, we can't also be playing people who are going to be deep in our half and we take time to progress. We do progress, but because they are slow, playing them in the teams or games like this is not going to be a solution. Yeah, maybe if you were playing an aggressive Sundowns and you want to block their dominance in the middle of the park, I think maybe it could work with those three. But games like this, let's have someone who can carry the ball and progress us a little bit faster, be closer to our 10 so that at least he can have the time on the ball and have the interchange on passes. Because right now, Mdu, he was struggling because he has to be a little bit deeper because our three, I think it was just sitting flat. There was not even a diamond shape. I'm not sure if I looked it well, but I think they were too deep. But you can do that if you are playing Sundowns that you know that they will take you on and they force play in the middle. Your Pirates that force play in the middle, maybe you can do that just to try to absorb their dominance. But that experiment taking Lillepo to the left, I think we can do that. Serino as 10 again, I don't know, maybe he came right as a sub, but starting him as 10, for me, it has never given us the results that we are looking for.
He's better inverting.
Yeah, he's better when he inverts, and I think he had more freedom when he came in on the second half. And like we said on the last game, when he plays with him, he's not much effective. But if you checked when he came in as a sub, and later on in the game, was not there, and I think that's where we saw Serino. He started to enjoy himself. He could collect the balls deep. He could jump the lines. He was not having anyone that is disturbing. So I think when he plays as 10 alone, he's good. He's doing good. When he plays 10 alone, he's good. But when there are two of them, it's not working.
But now we will have to have someone because my thing is they always trying to overload the midfield with 4 because there's Mteto, if it's him sitting, there's Ucele, and then there's a 10, whoever is going to start as a 10 between the two. Someone else from somewhere. It's either Cross becomes a second 6 pushing up Ucele or he becomes a second 10. Because at some point they will have to have a 4-man midfield because they are trying to overload that space. So what's the solution?
No, I don't even
have 2 10s.
I don't even think, Mpilo, for me, we need to have that 4-man as such. You understand? I think if we can have a diamond shape that is facing forward, someone who's gonna be playing that 10 but playing it right behind, not the half spaces, just play it just behind our striker. But now, reason why we are playing in half spaces is because we don't have a physical striker at the moment. We are having Duba, of which Dubat needs 4-men playing because Dubat sometimes, remember, he drops and he drifts on the sides. So you need that 4-men. But once we have a striker that is going to sit and we have your defensive midfielder, your central midfielder, your attacking midfielder, then you have maybe you have your 10. Then it will be good. And you have your striker that can hold the ball, like people like Ugadaro. Then we can play. Yeah. But at the moment, yes, we must have that 4 because Duba, you can't count him as your target man. He is a striker, but he sometimes cheats. You know, he comes to the sides and all of that. But 3-man midfield, having a physical striker in the game, I think it will do well. Because this 4-man...
Because with your diamond, I'm thinking, Guti, you have Ucele Umthetho sitting,
Yeah.
and then Ukros inverts into that half space on the right, on the left. The other one, it could be, let's say, Undlovu on the right, and then that 10, Umtu. It's still a 4-man, it's just that you've changed the shape. It's not like a 2 and 2. It's 1, 1, 1, 1. It's still a diamond.
It will work, but as long as you have Kele in that shape,
Yes.
it's a problem. I don't think Kele wants to jump the line. Even if he's given that freedom to jump the line, he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So he's a kind of player, even if you put Cross and you say, okay, Cross come in, push Kele forward, you will still going to find Kele sitting next to Cross.
That's what I'm saying.
He
That
doesn't
means
want to move.
that's what I'm saying. Is the one who should sit deeper.
Yes.
Then Ukros can be here on his left,
Yeah.
Ndlovu on his right, or Mshin on his right, and then whoever is at 10.
Yeah, I think if we can now say, let him sit deep.
Yeah.
Don't have him Tetwa. Try to experience it. Don't have him Tetwa. Have Kele play sitting deep. Obviously, if Cross is gonna join that midfield, they can also give us an option in rest defense.
Yes.
Because the teams like this are not threatening that much, whereby we need a sitting six like the strong man like Umthetho. I think Kele can manage that alone. And obviously, if we lose the ball, you have someone like Go Cross who can just assist in rest defense. And if you check even today's game, we easily won the ball back. We were recovering very fast. So we didn't need someone to strengthen us. If Kele can, like you were saying, he can play deep. But we must excuse Mthetho because you have Undlovu who can play box to box. Yes. Obviously, if we need support in the middle in terms of marking, Ndlovu can give you that. Yeah. And if you need someone to add numbers in attack, Ndlovu can give you that. Yeah. So then it can work out like that. Yeah. As long as we don't have either Mthetho or we don't have either Kele, but we have Undlovu with one of them, then at least it will work out because, I mean, he can cover the space, he can cover the distance because that's what we need from him. But then it can work when we do it like that.
So against Sundowns then, are we sitting in our 5-3-2 shape that has worked in the semi-final and when we lost to them? Or are we just going protagonist and you go out and you attack them?
You know, Sundowns it's difficult, but I think the thing is to win the midfield battle. I'm very worried if we're going to play that 5 at the back and invite them. It's a problem.
Sorry, excuse me. I'm not saying like we play a 5, but when we defend, Umodi drops and he like becomes...
Exactly, because now if you check, once Modi was more concerned about defending than attacking, you understand? And we were hoping on transition we will catch them when they are off position, while we know that they don't have the pace. Let's not play like that. I think the better way, if you check, Sundowns, they like to play with their wing backs. You will find normally is it Ndungelo, man? Ndungelo. Yeah, I think Ndungelo will add numbers in attack. So the easy way is for us to have Modi or whoever that will be playing left sitting there. Don't drop deep, because they must have someone who they will worry about. If you check how Pirates played with them, they were overloading. Hoto didn't sit and mind defending. And they didn't mind. They kept them up there, and that worried people like Umdingela. They didn't have that much attacking force, because remember, when their wing backs are pinned at the back, they are sure, because normally their wing backs comes in. They like to invert because Sundowns wants to overload the midfield. So, but because they were worried about pace of Sibelebele, they were worried about Hoto, they remained wide. That gave Tito and Mbata a role to play in the middle. If you can check, Tito enjoyed this game because Mukwena and Allende, they were found 1v1 with the midfield of Pirates. So I think that is what we need to do also, Mpilo. Let's keep our attacking players wider so that the midfield cannot be congested. And once the midfield is not congested, then we can play. Because now once we allow them and we sit back, we make that 5 when we defend, then that means their wing backs will come and add numbers in the middle of the park. And that's where the problem is. And once they take control of the middle of the park, it means now the turnover ball, the counter pressing will be on their favor, because now once they lose the ball, they have numbers in the middle. They will make sure that we don't come out of the block, and that is going to be the problem. So let's be adventurous. It's still early. We have points in the back. Let's be adventurous. Let's go and play. The Pirates was brave against these guys. They never defended them. Let's not defend them.
My problem with that is that if you have, for example, the 5-3-2 shape, it keeps Umkwena and Allende out of the game. So they now, since the Club World Cup especially, they've been keeping Umdunyelwa wide, and then the other one wide as well, Umotiba or Lunga. And sometimes they swap with the winger. If it's Matthews, he stays wide, Umotiba gets inside. So now my thing is, if we go pound for pound with Sundowns and we lose, given the fact that NABI is coming back for that game, and then people will go, you see now, NABI came back and he started changing tactics that worked last season and we lost. Do you not think that Chiefs might be defensive first, like get a point if you can and beat them if there's a chance?
Yeah, I think the point will be good, Mpilo, but I don't think we will be as lucky as we were last season. As much as we did that, we must also counter that Suarez made mistakes, that we overturned the ball and scored. Even though we had good tactics, we tried to manage them, but there were still the moments where we could see they are superior over us. And we can't say the tactics worked that much while we also capitalized on mistakes. You understand?
But that's exactly what I'm saying. If I'm forcing a mistake on you, is it really a mistake or is it me who made you make a mistake? It's like when you say someone scored an own goal, it was a mistake, but did he really make a mistake or did we cross a ball and he panicked and he scored it? So that's me who made you do that.
No, it also depends the kind of mistake that you commit. I mean, we can't really say we forced that mistake. I think Suarez just relaxed a little bit, and he was beaten for a pace at that moment. So we won the game with moments, and if we're gonna say last season we did well, and if you check how we won, Mpilo, and we want to give these guys a praise for that, we might be in for something. We might be in for something, because if you check the game of Pirates, the only thing that worked is because they took game to these guys. You understand? And at the end of the day, we know their defense is slow. You understand? So now if we're going to allow them to push and press us, they're not going to let go. They're not going to let go. That's what I'm saying. Yes, adventurous doesn't mean, okay, let's go pound for pound. But let's have players in the dangerous areas. Let's also keep them worried. Let's not retreat and we're hoping that we will turn over the ball, we will use our pace. It's early in the season. Do we have the stamina that we had last season to keep them, to run after the ball the whole 90 minutes, hoping for the moments? I don't think we are ready at this moment. We are coming from a pre-season. I don't think we are much fit. Let's keep players in the dangerous areas. Let's use our moments, but let's not invite them that much, because once you get your Allendes into the game, it becomes the problem. Once you isolate Mokoena and Allende from Umdungelwa and who's the Mudiba, once you isolate them from those people, then they have a work to do in the middle of the park. Then we can have a chance. But once Munungela joins and Mudiba joins in the middle of the park, Allende isolates himself. That's where he becomes decisive, because he doesn't have to mark. He just needs to make the team play. He can go deep. He can go side to side, collect the balls, and he's the danger man. But when he's left with Mukwena and he doesn't have a help of the wing backs, it becomes a problem for him, because the job becomes too much for him. That's what Sundowns did. Once we can allow it, I can tell you, Mpilo, we might not be as lucky as we were. Because we won, we worked hard for it, yes. But if you check, those moments might not come. You might not have someone who's going to give the ball away. You might have a goal that will be ruled as offside, which it was, but it was not seen.
We
Then,
benefited and we have no shame.
yes. So where were we going to be if those moments were not there?
Yes.
You understand? I'm not saying they are bad moments, but let's not give them so much respect, because I'm worried about Allende.
Yeah.
That's the only person I'm worried
Suarez
about.
is also playing very well so far.
Yeah. So we don't want someone who's gonna make that team play, which is once they overload their midfield, it gives Allende freedom, and once he gets freedom, he becomes dangerous. So we must make sure that, okay, let's keep our wide players. What I want is to, the way Lelep was playing today, maybe next game we can play him. The way he sit on the line, you can have Modi sitting on the line. Let Mundungelo and Mudiba worry about these two guys. Then they're not going to join the middle. Let the midfielders win their own battle. Let Mokoena, let Allende face our three pivots. If we will be playing it must be their challenge. They must not be assisted by the wing backs. Then we will win the battle. Allende will have to do the defending. We'll also have to make the team play. That is going to be too much for him.
Yeah.
So I think let's not allow them. Modi sitting there at the back. Hey, it's a danger. Unless if we put him there, we say, okay, come back, but we're still taking Cross to join the middle of the park. It's something.
Yeah.
It's something. But if we're going to keep him and Cross sitting at the back together next to each other, then we're going to invite the problem.
Score prediction for next week.
It's a difficult one. But I see another 1-0.
1-0.
Yes.
To who?
To us.
To us.
Yeah, to
You
us.
are very clear.
To us. I see a 1-0 to us. And if we can score early,
And shut the door.
we don't have a choice. But we need points. Huh?
You need points.
And once we win this one, we have to win 10 or 8 first round. Then we know we have 30 points in the back. Now we can now be guaranteed that the next season at least this top 8 is there, and higher finish possibly could be there.
Yeah.
But I see a 1-0. Let's score, shut the back door. Then we can do what you are saying. Modi can go and sit at the back. It's okay if we score first.
Yeah.
But I see the guys are confident. I don't see a dangerous Sundowns as much. Yeah, I don't know what they did to the team. Is it the fatigue or what is it? But I don't see them giving us so much problems. If we can just prepare and play well, maybe we must say NABI must not come.
Oh.
No, I know he's part of this.
Yes.
I don't want, the media, how the media
Yes,
is. Our fans listen to media too much. Media will say Chiefs has been winning. Coach NABI came back. The results are not coming. And someone will take it and say, yes, we don't want
right.
NABI. You understand?
Yeah.
If I were him or management, they will advise him, don't be on the bench on this game. You will be on the next one. Because the anticipation and people are thinking we are winning because you are not there.
Yes.
Some are starting to say that. And now it's going to be a problem if he's going to lose that game, of which we're not expecting much from it. We're hoping for good results. Even if they don't come, we still have more points that we can collect from someone. Yeah.
Remember to subscribe.
Khosi Nation TV. I'm a Khosi for life.